If you want the latest news in technology, reviews of great new tech hardware and software, along with helpful tech tips, then Tech Brewed with Greg Doig is the podcast for you and everyone that loves tech.
Let's talk about deceptive tech content you might run across on the internet and some tips on how not to get fooled. Have you ever clicked on a 10-time your GPU performance with this one trick video only to waste 15 minutes of your life? Well, we're going to decode the matrix of deceptive tech content, and trust me, it's wilder than a cryptocurrency roller coaster. So listen up, because we're living in an era where distinguishing between legitimate tech news and digital snake oil is becoming harder than finding a GPU at MSRP during the crypto mining boom. From AI-generated tech reviews to photoshopped benchmark results, the internet is basically becoming the Wild West of tech information. And let's be honest, even us tech-savvy folks aren't immune. You know that moment when you see a headline like, "This $50 CPU destroys the RTX 4090, and your brain goes, "That's impossible." But your cursor still clicks anyway. Yeah, we've all been there. Studies show that even IT professionals can fall for well-crafted tech deception. It's like trying to spot a real Windows error message in a sea of pop-up ads from 2005. The implications are bigger than a failed Windows update, folks. When we fall for deceptive tech content, we're not just wasting our time, we're potentially wasting our hard-earned cash on sketchy hardware, downloading malware disguised as optimization tools, or worse, giving crypto investment advice to our grandparents. These content creators are like master overclockers of manipulation. They know exactly how to push our performance-hungry buttons. They'll show you cherry-picked benchmarks that make a GT 710 look like it's outperforming a 4090. They'll use thumbnails with shocked faces pointing at random computer parts. And don't even get me started on those secret tech the pros don't want you to know about titles. Let's break down some of their favorite tactics. The old benchmark bamboozle. They'll be running tests at 480p to make weak hardware look good. The trust me bro source coding. Conveniently forgetting to mention that sweet sponsored content money. Using AI-generated reviews that sound legit but are about as real as RGB improving FPS, and creating thumbnails that make Photoshop tutorials look like amateur hour. But here's the good news. Just like how you learned to spot that sketchy free Minecraft totally not a virus.exe, you can train yourself to detect deceptive tech content. It's all about applying those debugging skills to content consumption. Think of it as running an antivirus scan on everything you watch or read. The most mind-blowing part? Sometimes even legitimate tech creators accidentally spread misinformation. It's like when you copy-paste code from Stack Overflow without fully understanding it. Sometimes it works, but you might be creating problems you don't even know about. So what's the solution? Time to run some troubleshooting. 1. Check those sources like you check your CPU temperatures. 2. Look for independent verification. No, your favorite tech influencer's word isn't enough. And 3. Wait for multiple reviews before jumping on the hype train. And 4. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably has more red flags than a Windows Vista security alert, for those that were around in those days. So before we wrap up on this debug session, here's your homework. Next time you see a tech video claiming incredible breakthrough, take a moment to run it through your mental virus scan. Is it legit, or is it just another download more RAM scheme in disguise? So let me know if you've ever fallen for clickbait tech content. No judgment here. We're all in this together. And hey, if you got any crazy stories about deceptive tech content you've encountered, share it below in the comments section too. Let's turn this comment section into a Stack Overflow of truth. So if you liked what you saw and heard today, come on back to Tech Brewed for our next video.
Please come back for our weekly podcast and please share our site.
But wait, we're not done yet. Don't forget to sign up for my newsletter at gregdoig.com. And thank you for listening.